Oh, the haters are mad. The Charlo brothers looking like stars. Jermell Charlo averages almost 2 million views in his last fight. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Let's jump right into it. I prepared some information for the boxing fans. And Jermell Charlo, the ratings are in. You know, they added up his ratings for the Cota fight, and it did almost 2 million. You know, it's listed at average at 1.832, you know, so 1,832,000 viewers. Rigondeaux fought to open up the triple header versus Seha. Tough fight for him, but he got the stoppage. Some people, you know, said it was controversial, but he did just over 1,030,000. And then my dude Joey Spencer versus Akeem Black averaged 1,187,000 viewers during this telecast. Wow. And these are the initial numbers. You see right here, I pulled this up for you guys. PBC Fight Night. These are the different time slots. You know, 1.2, 1.5. So I don't know if the you know, I'm seeing a lot of people report this as 1.8 million average. I don't know. The ratings are a little bit confusing, so I'm gonna kind of go over that. I don't know if that's the peak number or the average, but either way, 1.8 for a Sunday non-title fight, I think is very good. You know, but it's being listed as the average. You know, and this is the thing. All of a sudden, people, because of Al Heyman, because of the Charlo brothers, they come out the woodwork and just start hating. I told you. You know, the haters is mad this time of year. The haters is mad. Jermell and Jermell Charlo got the haters mad. They're outspoken. They're black. They're tatted. They're undefeated. They're good fighters. Well, actually, Jermell lost, but, you know, some people consider him undefeated based on how you picked the Tony Harrison fight. But these are solid numbers. These are really good numbers, I think, considering all things considered. I think the face-off is helping. You know, Fox has been doing a good job with promoting the Premier Boxing Champions, doing the face-off, even for a fight with Cota. You know, this was originally supposed to be Tony Harrison. So if you're producing numbers like this, almost 2 million with a late replacement who already got knocked out by a guy that Charlo knocked out, you know, because Erickson Lubin fought Jorge Cota. That's when I originally seen him, and they were fighting for the mandatory slot to become Jermell's mandatory. And obviously Erickson Lubin won that fight by knockout, I think in the same round, third round or whatever. I think Charlo stopped him. It was a little bit more brutal, but they fought for an eliminator, and Charlo got rid of Erickson Lubin in New York in one round, and then he got rid of Jorge Cota, who was the last late replacement, and I was there. You know, the Charlos they're entertaining. What can I say? The Charlo brothers are entertaining. And I told you guys this, a lot of people mad, a lot of people hating and stuff like that, talking about, oh, the ratings are rigged and, you know, different shit like that. I'm seeing people online talk about how come different numbers were included, because Fox, they're including different numbers throughout their Fox Deportes and, you know, the different outlets, Fox Sports Go, and that's pretty standard. See, again, the ratings could be a little bit tricky, and I don't want to go too deep into it. And, you know, I'm not going to front like I'm the most versed when it comes to ratings, because I really don't even give a shit. I'm just doing this for the boxing fans. But, you know, I do like the growth of our sport. So I just like boxing on Sunday, and it's accessible. I think that's dope, you know. But this is Nielsen's media ratings. And look, just because there's a lot of people hating on the Charlos and saying, oh, how come these numbers were added and this was tallied up? That's standard, and that's how Nielsen Media Research Company, who provides these rankings and rates this and measures it, this is how they conduct it. It says in-home and out-of-home viewing, set-top box, TV, connected devices, computer, and mobile. Television viewing is often thought of as viewing from the comfort of your own home, and Nielsen captures this viewing through our national and local TV panels. consumers can access this content via the over-the-air satellite, cable, or internet connection, whether it's watching your favorite team win the big game at the bar, blah, blah, blah. There's multiple ways, right? And they even have like a little quiz you could take. What type of viewing is included in Nielsen's TV ratings? Select all that apply. Live TV. Let me try this out. Okay. Let me try my hand at this. What is included? Live TV. Yeah, that should be included. DVR. Let me do this pop quiz real quick. Video on demand and viewing on connected devices. Bow. It says that's right. All of these viewing types are included in Nielsen's TV ratings. So a lot of people is mad. You are out with friends at a restaurant watching a nationally broadcast award show on the restaurant's TV. Can Nielsen's capture this viewer? Oh, absolutely. See, look, I'm getting a 100%. Make sure y'all smash the like button because the boy got a 100%. You know, so people ultimately, they're going to hate and say the numbers are bad. But again, I care more about boxing than ratings in general. I'm happy for the Charlos. To me, this hyped up the Tony Harrison rematch, which we should get later this year. And Fox is doing a great job. Premier Boxing Champs is doing a great job, you know. And the funny thing is, motherfuckers hating on these ratings, but DAZN don't even release their ratings. Tyson Fury fought Tom Schwartz on ESPN Plus. What were the ratings? We didn't get nothing. You know, DAZN has all these fights that they put on, and we haven't heard none of the ratings. The only rating we heard was 600 concurrent streams, whatever that means, for Canelo versus Jacobs. And people hating once again on Al Heyman, the black advisor and the black fighters, like, you know, pretty typical. But I'm happy. I think these are good numbers, you know, almost 2 million averaged on a Fox telecast that's competing with the BET Awards. And people don't understand ratings. Like, ratings changed, you know, people might be out if there's a holiday, or like I said, the BET Awards came on. It might be a series premiere to a TV show, or 60 Minutes, or, you know, just a show that has been on in syndication for years that this has to compete with. So it's not going to be an overnight type thing, especially with a late replacement like a Jorge Cota, you know. I think with Tony Harrison, based on the rematch, and that was the original pick. And the first fight was broadcast by Fox. I went and covered that. So I covered the first PBC on Fox, you know, since they did this new deal. That was right a couple of days before Christmas. So that probably would have did better views. And, you know, it wasn't like this crazy ass undercard, you know. Rigondeaux, he was in a WBC eliminator, I think, versus Seha. It's not, you know, he wasn't like a big name, and he's getting over 1 million. People complain about Rigondeaux's style. Rigondeaux was fighting in the pocket. It was a good action fight. It was a good triple header. My dude Joey Spencer was tested. Shout out to him. Shout out to Akeem Black for coming to bring it. And, you know, these underdogs are trying to prove something here, you know, with the Andy Ruiz and the J-Rocks and stuff. So I'm just happy that all these numbers, millions of people are watching boxing. That's what I really care about. But as far as the Charlos, you got to get off their back because, you know, they're producing numbers. And, you know, people are foolishly comparing, oh, but this didn't do what the last Charlo card did. That's because you had both of the Charlos on the same card, you know, different things like that. And that was the first one right before Christmas, people on Christmas break. So you got to take that into consideration. But I think Fox is on to something. Premier Boxing Champs is on to something. I think the ratings, you know, especially as the matchups get better and better and built up better without like late replacements and different things like that, you know, this is good. This is all attention. And if people who are trying to hate on the Charlo or say these are terrible numbers or whatever, then you tell me who in boxing is doing these type of numbers. Because Swift Jared Hurd versus J-Rock did over 2 million, right? This did almost 2 million, 1.8, you know, 1.83 on a Sunday non-title fight. You got to take that into consideration. There's no title here. You know, at least the Swift Jared Hurd fight, that was the true match that was always supposed to happen. There was no late switch, that type of thing. And that happened to be a unification for more than one belt. This was a non-title fight type of job after Tony Harrison, and it's still competing with, you know, like I said, 60 Minutes and Walking Dead or whatever the fuck shows was on, and BET Awards still produce those numbers. So, you know, I think that's a win. And it shows that the Charlos, despite all the hate, you know, People are paying attention. They pay attention when they fight. And more importantly, you know, numbers and see, boxing is getting a lot of clout chasing. It's getting to the point where a lot of people want to keep talking about numbers and ratings and purses more so than the competition level. You get what I'm saying? And again, if you disagree, you think these numbers are terrible or heinous, let me know what Triple G versus Steve Rolls or Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz, what those numbers were. Because I don't think those numbers came out. I never seen it. You know, Crawford Khan on ESPN pay-per-view, never seen the numbers. This is direct in your home, you know, on a Sunday, ability to watch free boxing. You know, Fox is a pretty basic channel. And like I said, a lot of people arguing and talk about how the numbers, you know, why the numbers went up and stuff. You gotta, a lot of people try to act like they know what the fuck they're talking about, but they really don't. You know, numbers are factored. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, as I showed you. If you want, you can go to this ratings academy and, you know, answer all these fucking questions if you care so much about the ratings. But beyond that, there's a lot that goes into it. They also count people who record the show and watch it by a certain time. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, you might have been at a baby shower or something and you recorded the Charlo fight, but you watch it by a certain time. So these things can influence the measurement and the numbers, or if they have a replay, sometimes those things are added. So this is nothing new, but I think these are good numbers for Charlo. Let me know what you guys think. Congrats to Charlo on his victory. And now he's going to join his brother on Showtime. Charlos are stars. They're entertaining, and it is what it is. So I look forward to being in Houston and checking out Jermell Charlo fighting, and I'm looking forward to the rematch with Harrison. Thank you, Al Heyman. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.